Holy cow! Hello everyone, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's History and Wargaming World. And I have the CSS Neuse at home in my miniature wargaming collection. But this miniature isn't a miniature, it's the full-scale replica of the CSS Neuse here in Kinston, North Carolina. So, let's pause the video, cross the street, and see if we can enter history. Okay, pictures, here we go. We are across the street and open Saturday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. or by appointment. So we just did the museum across the, well, it's around the corner across the street. Now we're going to end up inside the replica. It's an incredible reproduction. Here we have the rudder of the Neuse. This is a full-scale replica. I'm amazed my wife Lisa did not want to visit and come on this exciting trip.
There's 10 ones.
Well, it's a donation, of course, and we're about to enter the Neuse. Well, we are on board of the CSS Neuse II reproduction, and a fellow named Mr. Mike is here, and he writes some articles that I've been reading lately, and he is a phenomenal author, and he's written some great stuff about teachers and the issues with shortage of teachers that every state seems to be having. But for our Neuse, here's our pilot house, and it'd be neat to put this in the water and cruise down the river. So here's our Brook rifle, 6.4. How many men would it take to run this gun?
22.
22 men. That's a lot of men crammed into this space. Josh, stand over there so I can get a perspective for our YouTube followers of how much. So think of 21 more of Josh's crammed around this artillery piece, along with all the ropes and tackles, as it has to be pivoted to go to each of these different portholes. And
Check out the size of these.
they're much larger than what we have for our 6-pounder at Fort Frederick. That's for sure. All right, well, we'll pause the video here.
The two of that gun weigh 10,600 pounds. The pivot carriage weigh 2,000.
2,000.
Yeah, so that gun altogether is 12,500 pounds.
Wow. So to pivot it from one port to the other, how long does that take for that crew?
They were drilled about 4 to 5 hours every day, so they could do it pretty quickly.
Pretty quick.
I mean, it would just be minutes.
All right. All right, we're going down into the depths of the CSS Neuse. And everyone here is just really nice. Everyone in the Carolinas. So we have the boiler room. And
Caution, maybe.
boy, I bet it had to be a bit warm in here when you're shoveling coal.
Yep.
We'll follow Josh. Now in this video, we're just going to let the video stream run.
Coal bin.
Josh will do the narration. Coal bin.
Yep.
And so far we haven't seen any sightings of the traveling bear, but you never know. So here's our workshop. The workshop, they needed to forge some metal or something, and oh my goodness, it looks like the traveling bear has shown up, and it doesn't look good. He's on a drill press. Josh, why is he on a drill press?
I have no idea. You never know what Goober's going to do.
Goober the traveling bear normally is never in YouTube videos, but we decided to be a little goofy this last few videos and maybe make someone laugh. Holy cow. You know, I've been on the reproduction of the Star Trek Enterprise, and that's very impressive, but in a way, I really feel this is really a cool experience. I hope you'll put up with this, but I'm just going to let this video run. And so we are in what's called the powder magazine. So they would store the gunpowder here. And the projectile room is where they kept, well, cannonballs, basically, your ammunition. And down here on the floor, they have a display of the solid rounds, and these have a cap on the top. That's a fuse, and they would set the fuse for high explosive, and in fact, there we have one. A nice picture of the different ordnance that they would use here at the Neuse. And of course, we have one of the hatches out of the Neuse. Very cool. As we continue, crew's quarters. And this ship is really neat, and it's not that hot today. So believe it or not, this ship has a lot of passageways and rooms with displays. So here we have the captain's quarters, and it's really nifty. So he's got the largest room on the ship. All right, well, here we have some crew's quarters, and I'd read or seen somewhere that besides the bunks, they also had hammocks, and they found a lot of hammock hooks when they brought up the original Neuse. This is the Neuse II. Here we see Josh, and you can see how big this ship is for how far away Josh is. You don't run into two young little girls saying hello like twins at the end of this hallway, do you?
Not that I noticed.
Because so this is where the crew would eat, and the galley area. And Josh is standing at one of the hatches to head up. This is not a submarine, though. This is a gunboat ironclad.
Although this would have all been underwater, of course.
Everything we are in, though, would be underwater. This is but the top section, of course, is not. So we're gonna head back this way, and so the galley area. And Josh has been very helpful in doing pictures for me. Loose floorboard. Well, we're going to head back upstairs. Now the CSS Neuse II has a gift shop, and we're going to buy a few things from their gift shop. Well, Goober the Traveling Bear has been asked to handle the helm of the CSS Neuse II. Hopefully he won't run the ship aground. If you're in Kinston, North Carolina, you have to visit the CSS Neuse II. And everyone here is just wonderful. And the historic sites in North Carolina, just everybody is just very friendly and open to Goober the Traveling Bear. So, the CSS Neuse Foundation 2, they're open only on Saturdays. I know I got a lot of people that sent me notes that make sure they're open, and they were, and they are. They have a brochure, become an honorary crew member, and join the foundation. I also will check with my company, General Mills, and see if they're listed, and do that this week. And I'll post that if you can, if you have a corporation that you work for, if they match matching funds. So I'm going to close out this video and say, Mike, can everybody thank you for letting me videotape your awesome replica of the CSS Neuse. And stay safe, be kind, be courteous. And this is a Goober, the Traveling Bear, approved historic site.